Okay, so the second tree I'm going to show you this morning is this one here. It's called Paulownia. Paulownia tomentosa, otherwise known as the foxglove-tree or sometimes the princess tree. Foxglove because of these beautiful upright held panicles of foxglove-like purple flowers that it produces on the bare branches, usually during May. I use it as a marker for the gardens at Green Island because on a year when everything's ahead of time, it'll be in flower by the end of April. But usually I reckon by the first day of May we've got flowers on the Paulownia. It's quite a fast growing tree, a vigorous tree, but again, like the Davidia, can take a long time to flower from planting, up to 10 years. This one's actually been here for about 20 years, but it did start flowering after 6 years. Some years it flowers much better than others, possibly not so good after a very dry summer, although this year it's done really well. A lot of people see it and assume that it's a jacaranda because of the purple flowers. Jacarandas aren't hardy in England and wouldn't grow here, whereas these are. However, they can be tricky to get them started and get them growing. The first few I planted, they tend to come as just a single stem. And after the first winter, frequently that stem would die off rather like a bamboo cane. So I kept calling it my dead stick tree because I would just go along and literally it would snap off and bam, I thought I'd lost the tree. It does start growing again from the bottom and it can take a few years of doing this, which is really, really frustrating. They don't like to be kept too wet at the roots, particularly when they're young. So a trick that I often use when I first planted one of these is to pop one of these green plastic protectors around it, rather like you would to protect from rabbits. But I just find it gives it a bit of protection during the winter if you've got a frosty cold winter, and you can pop some fleece inside just to protect that stem. The leaves, when they come after the flowers, are absolutely enormous. Absolutely huge palmate shaped leaves, and they can grow as literally as big as an umbrella. And some people choose to grow this tree coppiced purely for the size of the leaves. And literally you go and cut the stem down every February and just let the leaves shoot up, and they'll grow up to about 12 feet, the stems, per year, and have these enormous leaves. I remember when the children were young, they would keep asking me, "Mummy, can we take the leaves? Can we take the umbrellas yet?" And in the autumn when they started falling, I'd say, "Yes, you can." And they would run around the garden with these enormous leaves. You might see just behind the main tree we've got here, there's another smaller one. And about 10 years ago, the main tree threw up what I thought was a seedling beside it. And I'm always a bit worried when a tree tries to reproduce itself, or any plant in fact, because often it's a sign that the tree is about to die, and its natural reaction is to throw lots of seed and ensure its continuation. So when this seedling appeared, I was really, really worried that the main tree was going to die. So I lifted up the seedling, potted it up, and I actually planted it somewhere else. And to my surprise, it came back again the next year, and the next year after that. And it's actually transpired that it's just a sucker from the main root of the tree here. But I'm leaving this one here now in case we ever lose the main one. But it does actually demonstrate the fact that actually when you buy Paulownia trees from nurseries, they're often either seed grown or they can be done from root cuttings, so it's quite easy to propagate new trees from the root if you can get to it at the surface. But again, a lovely, lovely tree. If you've got the space to plant one of these in your garden, it's really, really spectacular.